emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Hello, it's time for everybody's favorite cavalcade of comic book covers on Last Call this weekend. Welcome to the Final Order Report, where we show you every comic book before they head to print and quantities are finalized. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop and your last chance to subscribe or special order before the final order deadline this Monday at noon. That's July 28th. These titles will be hitting our shelves as soon as August 20th. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or access your existing account to order and pay securely online. Ensuring you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let me show you how to get to it. Once you get into Comichub, you can click on that green banner there, Shop Coming Soon. That'll show you this menu here. The top is these are searches for all items, preview pages arriving soon, and then orders due Sunday for Last Call. That's the one we will be using today. Let's click through there and you'll see that you now have full cover images for all the new comics going to print on Monday. You also have filters for alphanumeric titles, you got drop downs for publishers category, etc. All right, now that I showed you around a little bit, let me tell you a couple quick things here. Let's see. I'll do it with that. That's there. And then that Final Order Report is brought to you in part by music from Klezmergeddon and BRAINSCAN Productions. First thing we will be looking at today is the Final Order Report for Small Press Comics. Don't do that. Do this. And the first thing I will show you today is Illuminati. This is the third issue of 5 from AWA with Brian Hill. It's produced by Charlemagne the God and has interior art by Bill Sienkiewicz and Dennis Cowan with this Irvin Rodriguez cover. We got something from Floating World Comics there from American Nature Presents number 3. This also features a guest appearance from Robot Todd by Farrell Dalrymple. Mad Cave Comics debuts a new series on August 20th from creators Brian Buccellato and Mattia Monaco. It is Eat Your Young. What happens when a 2,000-year-old immortal warlord decides he's done? In Eat Your Young, Edmund Irons names his 6-year-old daughter Elsa as the next alpha of his immortal clan. But every 100 years, during a brutal 27-day window known as the Centurium, His children have one chance to rip out his heart and claim the throne, or lose their immortality forever. Now, Edmund's 30 offspring, an iconic cast of genre archetypes, turn on their father and each other in a zero-sum battle for eternal life. It's Mad Cave Studios' Eat Your Young. Got an A cover from Mattia Monaco and a B cover from Stefano Simeone. Endless Night returns with its penultimate issue, number 3 of this 4-issue miniseries, with a Chris Weston cover. Wild Animals with the second issue by Ed Brisson and Andy Kuhn. If you're interested in this series, might want to get that special order in for number 2. Number 1 didn't perform all that well. Now's your chance to secure your copy. Over at Udon Entertainment, we get a new swimsuit issue. This one starring Shantae. This features a cover by Mikan and I guess that's the B cover, and the A cover by Nami Sakura Yusu. Video game icon Shantae returns to the beach for an all-new swimsuit special. Drops on September 3rd. Get any of these covers special ordered and set aside for you. Also from Udon, we got Darkstalkers crossing over with Street Fighter's Bloodthrone second print. This was a one-shot that shipped a few weeks ago. This has a slightly recolored cover by Alberto Jimenez Albuquerque, who does interiors. Lilith number 5 of 5 from Vault drops on August 27 with this cover by Corinne Howell. And Money Shot Big Bang number 4 from Tim Seeley, Patton Oswalt, Garth Graham, who did this A cover. And a B cover from Rebecca Isaacs, who does interiors. And that does it for Small Press. And we'll jump into the mid-size here. We got The Expanse. This is a new miniseries of... Let's see. The Expanse has always been about big moves, and this might be the biggest yet. Wes Chatham, the man behind Amos Burton, isn't just stepping back into the universe. He's shaping it. He's shaping its future as co-writer of the next epic installment. The Expanse, A Little Death. Number 1 from Andy Diggle, Francesco Pisa, and a cover by Christian Ward. And a B cover by Justin Florentino. Also from Boom Studios is the second issue of this series called The War from writer Garth Ennis and artist Becky Cloonan, who did this A cover. And a B cover from James Stocco. There it is. I got a bloody nose. No. Over at Dark Horse, we get a new issue of Los Monstros from James Robinson and artist Jesus Moreno, with a cover by Jesus Moreno as well. Tex Arcanum number 2 drops on September 3rd. Number 1 just hit last week. Did pretty well with that. With this cover by Miguel Martos, who does interiors. Ooh, here's an exciting release. This is a new series from James Robinson, who also brought you Los Monstros. This is called The Adventures of Lumen N. The year is 1901, and our heroine Lumen is a precocious 13-year-old with many questions about her life. Why has her father been gone for years? Why must she learn so many languages and fighting techniques? And what's all the lessons in seafaring? Then an attack on her home by the horde of steampunk assassins delivers the first glimmer of an answer when Lumen's savior reveals himself as her grandfather, the legendary Captain Nemo, one of the greatest characters in Victorian science fiction literature. A brand new world of steampunk adventure and thrills is about to open up for Lumen as she connects with the grandfather she never knew, while together they take on a cabal of evil masterminds intent on world domination. A brand new series from James Robinson, Phil Hester, Mark Deering, and Bill Crabtree, perfect for fans of Starman. 4 issues dropping on September 3rd with this cover by Phil Hester. A B cover from Mark Buckingham, very nice. Ooh, Duncan Figueredo. That's cool. Let's see, this is Max Fiumara. And Dan Brereton. Look, Dan Brereton did a lion. That's pretty cool. It's The Adventures of Lumen N, number 1. Drops on September 3rd. Dark Horse Comics. Over at Dynamite, we get a whole bunch of new things on FOC this week, or they're supposed to be on FOC this week. We haven't gotten art for it yet, but here's one of the covers for Space Ghost Johnny Quest, Space Quest number 4. I think we're getting number 3 next week, new, so yeah. Other things that we're getting from Dynamite this week, or on FOC this week, are Terminator number 10, Thundercats Lost number 5, and Vampirella Armageddon number 2. Hopefully art will show up on the Comic Hub app very soon. Okay, let's move on over to IDW. They have several interesting releases on FOC this week, including this one-shot from Monster High House Hunters by writer... Oh, this is 5 spectacular issues in September and October. So I'm guessing this is going to be a weekly. It's a good thing I noticed that. This is from writer Ben Kahn and artist Sonia Lau. Join Frankenstein, Draculaura, Claudine Wolfe, Cleo Denial, and Laguna Blue as they uncover the mysteries of their haunted weekend. All 5 issues are perfect, for Monster High fans and anyone looking for a fright to celebrate the Halloween season. Drops on September 3rd with this cover by Serena Mercado and the B cover by Eileen Wijaja. 5 issues. Okay, I'm going backwards now. Okay, we got this My Little Pony, the sweetest collection ever, with this cover by Sweeney Boo. Lots of fun comics in there, including one from our friend Jay Foskett. Ooh, Sonic the Hedgehog returns with issue 81, with this cover by Evan Stanley and Gigi Dutrix on B. Star Trek Red Shirts just debuted this last week. Did really well. We hope that you're going to come back for number 2, which drops on September 3rd with this Chris Sheehan cover and a B cover from Megan Levins. Ooh, we'll get a new Star Wars series starring Captain Catherine Janeway. This called Star Trek Voyager Homecoming. Janeway and her crew are back for one last adventure in celebration of Voyager's 30th anniversary, picking up where their series finale left off. Voyager has just returned to Earth. Everyone is looking forward to reuniting with their friends and family after the crucibles they've faced. But, you know, it's Star Trek, so crazy stuff's going to happen from writer Susan Bridges and consultants Tilly and Susan Bridges with artist Angel Hernandez. It's Star Trek Voyager with an A cover by interior artist Angel Hernandez, a B cover from David Nakayama, and a photo cover for C. Drops on September 3rd. All right, here's the big one, folks. Check it out. It is Blood Honey. Young love always feels like life or death. Or at this high school, it is. And at this high school, it is. Pardon me. Let me restart that. Let me go back. Star Trek. That's very nice. Look at that very nice photo cover. Ooh, look at this. It's Blood Honey #1. Young love always feels like life or death. And at this high school, it is. In this Burton-esque macabre world, young lovers Vanessa Della Mora and Edgar St. Clair are at the top of the food chain. They should be focusing on their upcoming crowning as homecoming queen and king, but lately the duo have grown weary and resentful of each other. While breaking up seems like the easy solution, they've both independently decided that all their problems would be solved if the other was, well, dead. Join up-and-coming writer-artist Sean Peacock in this exciting cat and cat game as two teens try to murder each other in increasingly elaborate fashion. That's right, folks. You may remember Sean Peacock from his recent appearance on Free Comic Book Day at Green Brain Comics. You even may remember Sean working for us for a few years back in the day. He has broken into comics in a big way, and we've got this first huge one-shot from IDW from Sean, Blood Honey #1. It debuts on September 3rd, and we are planning to have Sean in that day for a signing for this beautiful new comic. It's a one-shot, 52 pages, cover price $6.99. Speaking of the cover, this is by Sean Peacock himself on cover A. And a B from Jacob Edgar, Blood Honey #1 from Sean Peacock, available on September 3rd. By the way, let's look at a few pages. These are over on his Instagram page. Maybe I can do this. No, let's just do this. And then get me out of there. All right, so that's the cover. We got some interior pages here, or had some interior pages. And there you have it, folks. It is Blood Honey #1. Get your special orders in by this Monday at noon. What did I do? Did that. Did that. Looks better. Alrighty. Moving on over to Oni Press. It is Adventure Time, the Bubbling College Special. This is a one-shot in the alternate universe time from the mind of Eisner Award-winning cartoonist Carolyn Cash, who is the cartoonist of Pee Pee Poo Poo. She is indeed. Experience all the fun of college and none of the stress in this giant-sized spectacular starring Princess Bubblegum and Marceline. From Carolyn Cash and artist. I think Carolyn Cash is also doing interiors. We've got a cover by Robin Smith and a B cover by Chloe Stosky. Adventure Time, the Bubbling College Special drops on August 20th. Benjamin #3 returns on August 27th from Benjamin J. Karp, novelist. Benjamin H. Winters, novelist, and extraordinary artist Leo Max with a Christian Ward cover. Malachi Ward on beat. EC Catacomb of Torment, number 2, the latest new ongoing series. Twist the knife as the Summer of Fear continues with this very creepy cover by Ariel Olivetti and an even creepier cover with a flesh brick by Lucas Kettner. Flesh brick. Let's see, over at Titan Comics, we got Rebel Moon Nemesis number 2. This is a new expansion of the Nemesis, the Rebel Moon Overse. This is written by Gail Simone with interior art by Federico Bertoni and a B cover. And a B cover by Federico Bertoni, and it's a wraparound. Let's just do that. That's fine. Got a C cover from Dev Pramanik. A D from Claudio Iannicello. And that does it for Small Press on Final Order Report. Okay, let's go back over to there and we'll get our next move, which is Image Comics. And our first Image Comics for the day is The Cold Witch, A Tale of the Shrouded College. This is number 4 from Charles Soule. I think we're down to subscriptions only on this, so you might want to get your order in. Same with Dark Honor number 4. Department of Truth chugs on. This is number 33 with interior art provided by Letizia Cadonici. Ooh, we get a new series premiere from Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna. Let's see. Here is this savage, full-throttle wartime thriller. With one cover. That's pretty amazing. Let's see. Milton Shaw is a battle-hardened bomber pilot flying missions over a war-torn world ruled by a ruthless empire. But when his plane is shot out of the sky, Milton wakes up behind enemy lines in the smoldering ruins of a city he helped burn. Oh, man. I read the first issue of this. It's intense. Daniel Acuna Perez is doing some fine work on those interiors. And I'm always happy for a new series from Rick Remender, especially one with only one cover. Exquisite Corpses number 4, scheduled for August 20th. That's been a fun series by James Tiny IV and Michael Walsh. Fun and brutal. I got a B cover from Adam Gorham. Oh, hello. A playing card variant with a polybag copy. And a stealth variant by... We're not sure. It's very nice, though. Oh, I think that's Puppeteer Lee. Very nice. Falling in Love on the Path to Hell number 9, covered by Gary Brown. Ghost Pepper number 2, the sophomore issue from Ludo Lullaby with interior art by Adriano Lucas. Ludo Lullaby on cover. And Derek Chu on B. G.I. Joe number 10. Very cool cover from Tom Riley. And B from Andrea Milana. Gunslinger Spawn, covered by Raymond Gay. Jonathan Uribe on B. Hyde Street number 8 from Jeff Johns, Ivan Rice. And a B cover from Gary Frank. Ooh, a C cover from Kyle Hotz. That's pretty creepy. This is increasingly an interesting series to me. Hyde Street, number 8. Invincible Universe Battle Beast returns with number 4. This is featuring a cover by Ryan Otley, who does interiors. A B cover from Ryan Sook. Seasons number 7 from Rick Remender, Paul Azaceta. Spawn Bloodletter. I keep thinking Spawn Bedwetter. Spawn Bloodletter, number 3 of 5. Tim Seeley, Christian Rosado cover. A B cover from Raymond Gay. This ends tonight. Number 2. Number 1 was Katie's pick of the week last week. It was a fun issue. This second of 3 issues is a smash hit grindhouse revenge tale of the summer as it careens through Las Vegas. Beautiful art from Jay Lee. Fun story from Jerry Duggan. A B cover from Tula Lote. What in the world? Okay, and Witchblade gets a bunch of cool looking covers. Before we wrap up Image, this is a key issue alert. Part 2 of a new era for the Witchblade begins here. For the first time in the enigmatic weapons history, Sarah Pazzini unlocks an aspect of the ancient relic no wielder ever has before, transforming her into something strange, powerful, and new that will redefine the Witchblade legacy. We got outstanding covers from interior artist Arif Prianto and Giuseppe Cafaro. A B cover from Jason Sean Alexander. And David Mack on C. New storyline. Check it out. That does it for Image Comics. Let's go on over here and hit this. And now let's move right on over to DC Comics. First of which will be Absolute Flash number 6 with a Nick Robles cover. David Tolasky on B. And Tyler Kirkham on C. Okay, next up we got Batman and Robin Year 1, number 10 of 12. Chris Samney, Mark Waid. Dan Mora cover on B. Dan Panosian on C. Batman Superman World's Finest number 42 from Mark Waid, Adrian Gutierrez, Dan Mora cover on A. Uh-oh. Fun Bizarro times. I like it. Michael Cho cardstock cover. And Adrian Gutierrez cover. Catwoman number 78 scheduled for August 20th with a cover by Sebastian Fiumara. A Frank Cho cover. Dan Panosian cover. Oh boy. Look at this one, folks. Crypto, the Last Dog of Krypton number 3 with a cover by Jay Lee. Fantastic cover by Jay Lee. Interiors by Ryan North and Mike Norton. We're supposed to have a B cover on this one yet by Nico Henrichon. Looking forward to seeing that. New Gods number 9. This is the last quarter of this series from Ram V. Interior art by Evan Cagle and Pi Par, with this cover by Nimit Malavia. A Derek Chu cardstock variant. And check this Juan Ferreira cover out. That's so weird. Yeah. New Gods number 9. Nightwing 129. Nightwing in the clutches of a monster. Dan Waters, Dexter Soy cover. Jorge Fornes on B. Juan Ferreira on C. Robin and Batman, Jason Todd, the third of 3 issues from Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. Justin Nguyen cover. A B cover from Raphael Albuquerque. And Clayton Crane on C. I think Clayton Crane is still in progress on this cover here. Oh, look, we got a Jim Lee variant. Really? Nice. Do it. Superman Unlimited returns with number 4, Night of the Superbat from Dan Slott. Raphael Albuquerque drops on August 20th. Got a B cover from Mark Spears. It's Mark Spears, all right. Hayden Sherman, artist of Absolute Wonder Woman. And Robbie Rodriguez on D. Titans 26, cover by Pete Woods. B cover from Chris Burnham. And a C from Travis Mercer. Getting near close to finishing up DC. We got this next regular issue of Wonder Woman, number 24, cover by Daniel Sampere. David Nakayama cover on cardstock. Omare. And this Bruno Redondo cover. Wow. This Bruno Redondo cover is amazing. So stocky. So intimidating. All right. We got the first of 2 series debuting on FOC this week, scheduled for delivery or scheduled for sale on August 20th. This is Justice League Red number 1. This is a 6-issue miniseries featuring All-Stars Saladin Ahmed and Clayton Henry as they sound the alarm. The Justice League has a new Spec Ops team so covert the founders can't know it exists. And its leader is the only hero who could keep JLR off its radar. Because he is the radar. Red Tornado is the heart and mind of the Watchtower, watching, protecting, projecting into the future, and his projections point to apocalypse as a direct result of the concentrated power of the JLU. From Saladin Ahmed and Clayton Henry, an all-star team of heroes, and find out how far they'll go to keep the peace and keep Red Tornado's secret. We got an A cover from interior artist Clayton Henry. B cover from Carmine D. Giandomenico. A Christian Ward cover. All for Justice League Red number 1, series debuting on August 20th from Dearborn native Saladin Ahmed. And the epic, star-studded, oversized celebration of 1,100 issues. This is Detective Comics 1,100. It's real. It's a real number. Written by Tom Taylor, Greg Rucka, Marco Tamaki, and Dan Waters, with art by Michael Janine, Alvaro Martinez, Bueno, Amanke Nwalpan, and Bill Sienkiewicz. In March 1937, a comic book is published that changed the world as we know it. Now, 1,099 issues later, some of the comic's top talents have gathered to celebrate the comic that birthed a legend. It drops on August 20th from DC Comics. Look at this. It is 56 pages for $5.99. That is a reasonable and inline price and page count for this epic, star-studded, oversized celebration. We've got an A cover from Michael Janine, a wraparound cover by Jock, who knows how to make an iconic Batman cover, doesn't he? Of course, you got Frank Miller, an icon all on his own. And a Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Ooh, very nice. Ooh, don't forget this Bruno Redondo Artist Spotlight cardstock cover. Detective Comics 1100. And that will do it for DC Comics on final order this week. Let's see. We got one more publisher to go. It is Marvel Comics. Boy, this is running long already. I'm going to try my best to knock through this as quickly as I can. All right. First thing up is... Where are we? We're right there. It's Bring on the Bad Guys, Mephisto. This is the 7th of 7 villainous one-shots written by Mark Guggenheim with art by Alvaro Lopez and this Lee Bermejo cover. Chris Campagna, Ken Lashley, Miguel Mercado, the Nimit Malavia Sister Sorrow variant, the Todd Knock Iconic variant. All for Bring on the Bad Guys Mephisto #1 drops on August 27th. Deadpool Wolverine 8 returns with this Joshua Cassara cover. Sajad Shah variant. Emma Frost, the White Queen #3 with a DNA cover. Fan Yang does this B cover. Luciano Vecchio Marvel Comics Presents variant. And Nimit Malavia variant. Fantastic Four Facsimile Edition #9, another classic reprint from Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. Fantastic Four Fanfare #4, the celebration of Marvel's finest heroes continues in 3 more stories from a star-studded list of creators including Daniel Warren Johnson, Mark Bagley, and this cover by Rachel Stott. Mark Bagley cover. And Nicoletta Baldari. Another variant. Another beautiful cover from Nicoletta. Ooh, we get a second printing for Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe with a recolored cover. And a second printing for Imperial #2 from Jonathan Hickman. Imperial War spins out, spinning straight out of the pages of Imperial, blamed for the assassinations that have started an all-out galactic war. T'Challa must first need to survive a brutal assault from the Worldbreaker Hulk and Amadeus Cho before he can even think about hunting down the true culprit. And all while his spacecraft spirals towards certain doom. Sounds like another day at the office for Black Panther. This is written by Jonathan Hickman with art by Cafu. We got an A cover from Francesco Mortarino. Mark Bagley. Francesco Mobili. All for Imperial War. Black Panther drops on August 20th. Also spinning straight out of the pages of Imperial. Left behind on New Sakaar to keep the peace. Jen Walters discovers that in this savage realm, what's needed isn't a litigator, it's a liquidator. Fortunately, She-Hulk is accomplished at being both. From Jonathan Hickman. Artist Emilio Liso on interiors, a Francesco Mortarini cover on A. On a B cover from Nimit Malavia. We should also be getting a J. Scott Campbell cover as well. We don't have the art for that yet. August 27th. Incredible Hulk #28. With this disgusting cover by Nick Klein. He's so good. A Greg Land Jack Kirby tribute. That's pretty awesome. Oh, look, it's a Jeffrey Brown variant. I love these. We're also supposed to get a J. Scott Campbell variant for this as well. It's Jeff the Land Shark returns with number 3 with this cover by Gurahiru, Luciano Vecchio, and Tokito Koro. Marvel Knights, The World to Come number 3 returns on September 3rd. Cover by Joe Quesada, wraparound. Ooh, look, we got a J. Scott Campbell variant. And we're also supposed to have a Chris Allen variant. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 37, scheduled for August 27th with this cover by Federico Vincentini. And a Peach Momoko Inari first appearance variant. Now they're just cutting to the chase. Phoenix number 14. Lucas Verneck cover. And a beautiful Joel Jones variant. Wow. Predator Black, White, and Blood returns with the second issue of this all-new anthology featuring creators Joe Kelly, Alvaro Lopez. Yeah, I think that's that. A B cover from Jay Gonzo. Runaways number 3 crossing over into One World Under Doom with a cover by Stephanie Hans. Mirka Andolfo. Spider-Verse versus Venomverse. Cool cover from Luciano Vecchio on number 4. Netho Diaz on a B. Star Wars Dr. Aphra Chaos Agent scheduled for August 27th with this Ejikuri cover. A Chris Sprouse Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary variant. A David Lopez variant. The Thing number 4 scheduled for August 27th with this beautiful Nick Bradshaw variant. Cover on A. Todd Knock variant. Ultimate Spider-Man number 20, August 13th, Marco Cicchetto cover. And an Annie Wu variant. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion number 2 gets a second print with this recolored Sarah Pichelli variant. West Coast Avengers number 10, The Mark of Ultron. Omega Ultron and his followers take on the West Coast Avengers for a final showdown from Jerry Duggan and Danny Kim with a Jose Maria Casanovas cover. A Kalman Andrzejowski variant. Wolverine and Kitty Pryde number 5, covered by Alan Davis. A facsimile of the shocking aftermath of the Dark Phoenix saga. It's Uncanny X-Men number 138 by Chris Claremont, John Byrne. Uncanny X-Men returns with the number 21 on August 27th from Jed McKay and Etho Diaz, who does the A cover. A B cover from Mike McCone. Ooh, I'm sorry. Oh, we're supposed to get a J. Scott Campbell variant on B for X-Men 21. Okay, then we got a couple of debuts here. We got X-Men Tooth and Claw. This is the next collection of the digital first X-Men from the Ashes chapters. This is 13 through 18, all in one package. 48 pages for $5.99. Cover by Mike McCone. A B cover from Rod Rice. X-Men Tooth and Claw. All right, and wrapping up Marvel, we get a new Punisher series. Folks, Frank is back. Reread and reload. True believers, Frank Castle is back with no memories, a full clip, and a thirst for wrathful vengeance. His violent search for answers could only be chronicled in a red band series. You know what red band means? That means it's delivered in a bag. I'm going to order these conservatively, even though Benjamin Percy is writing and Julius Ota. But yeah, bags. Punisher Red Band #1 Polybag with a cover by EM Gist. Mr. Garson cover. And we're supposed to get a Frank Miller variant as well for Punisher Red Band #1. Drops on September 10th from Marvel Comics. And that, folks, is it for our focus on Marvel Comics on Final Order this week. Before I let you go, let's take a quick look at Green Brain events. And the first event we got going on, the next event we got going on, I should say, is Friday, August 8th. It's the next bi-monthly East Dearborn Drink and Draw hosted at Downey Brewing Company, downeybrewingcompany.com. They are located at 13121 Prospect Avenue in Dearborn. It's a little bit of a winding path to get there. Strongly suggest looking them up on Google. Fantastic place to have a drink and draw. Fantastic place to have a few drinks. And this event is co-hosted by Blick Art Material and us over at Green Brain Comics. It all happens on Friday, August 8th. It's the East Dearborn Drink and Draw. Our next Brain Candy, #71, features the music of Vampire Cowgirl, the prose of Tim Jones, and the visual art of Nancy Wanchik. We are expecting a very interesting poet this month, but it is to be announced. Brain Candy #71 is presented by the Emerging Writers Network and is open and free at Green Brain Comics on Monday, August 17th at 7 p.m. That's right. This last event was almost standing room only, folks. Big giant crowd for Brain Candy. We're excited to see this event growing and excited to see the next flock of amazing Detroit area creatives. Coming up this Tuesday is your weekly new comic preview. It's BRAINSCAN, streamed live on YouTube every Tuesday at 6:30. You could join us on a silly tour through Green Brain Comics on the eve of New Comic Book Day. We'll show you all the new comics hitting the shelf and a few extra things here and there where we can. It's BRAINSCAN this Tuesday at 6:30. Join in the fun. And Wednesday, we got new comics. We got so many new comics hitting the shelf this Wednesday. It's awesome. Full list up on greenbraincomics.com or shop at comichub.com. And join us back here for Final Order Report next Friday at 6 o'clock-ish. And with that note, I should probably be wrapping this up. Ooh, yeah. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, where am I? Where's my script here? Okay, that's it. That's almost every comic book on Last Call this weekend. And you've got until Monday at noon, July 28th, to order these items and many, many more. Please send in confirmed items in your Comic Hub cart before the deadline. Thanks for joining me for the Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the links to our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are below in the description. Music for this episode provided by Brainstem Productions. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought. Changing the world one brain at a time. This is the final order report from Green Brain Comics.